This trading strategy, it's lazy, but I love that. Why do I love that? Because it works. I'm not glued to my screen all day, every day, throughout the entire year. It's very important. I am not chasing the hype of the market. But this very simple strategy helps me identify trends that are happening in the market in specific stocks. Then I can ride that wave and I can make consistent money. Keyword consistent. And yes, over the last 22 years, I've been able to make thousands of dollars per month. Now look, I'm not trying to impress anybody with fancy charts and indicators, and you're gonna see on my screen, there's nothing fancy about this. My trading strategy, it's built on just a couple of things, but they're very, very powerful and they work over a long period of time. There's two powerful principles, volume and trend. That's it. We're gonna get into those. When you understand those two things, you will stop guessing in this market and you will finally be able to make money on a consistent basis. In this video, I'm going to break all of this down for you so you're going to be able to walk away with this with some confidence and be able to replicate it, a repeatable process. So let's jump over to the chart and let's start with the first principle, which is volume. Now, what is volume? Volume, and on my chart, it's the bottom of the screen here. It's all of this right here. What exactly is it? It's the number of shares traded per day, whether that's bought or sold short or sold out of, that's what it is. So if you see down here on my chart, there's more green. If it's green, that means there's more buying volume on that respective day. Each one of these is one day. So this is one day here. This is December 19th, December 22nd, 23rd, so on and so forth. If it's red, that means there's more selling volume that day. Okay, now that we understand colors, what is volume? Besides it being the number of trades made per day, why is it important? It's important because you have to think of this analogy. If you're putting gasoline in your car and you're trying to go up a hill, do you want to have more gas? Do you want to have a full tank or an empty tank? Of course, you want to have a full tank because you can go faster and you can go for a longer distance. It's the same thing with volume. The more volume you have, the better off your stock is going to be able to move in the respective direction that you want. Another analogy, if that one didn't click, you're pushing a giant boulder up a hill. Let's draw a big boulder here. You're pushing this massive boulder up this hill. And if you're just this one person, is it easier if you push this boulder up this hill, or is it easier if you have, say, 100 people pushing in the same direction? Well, of course, it's easier if you have the 100 people pushing. It's the same thing with volume. So let's associate that with the stock now. This is Apple. And if we look here, we're looking at Apple over the past week. And you can see that it went from, let's just use a whole number, $272, and let's say it dropped to $260. Now, did that happen? Did it just free fall? Well, no, it didn't. It had 3 or 4 very consistent days down. Now, how do I know that they were consistent? I associate it with the volume down here. And what do you notice? The volume on this day was okay. This is our yellow average volume. So average volume right now over the last 30 days, 41.76 million shares traded on Apple. This, let's say you had, 35 million shares traded. But what did you see the next day? There were more shares sold. There's more selling than the previous day. What did you notice about the next day? There was more selling than the previous day. What do you notice about this day? There was more selling than the previous 3 days. And then what did you notice about this day here? You still had that consistency of selling volume. So everybody was pushing the boulder up that hill. In this regard, they're pushing it down the hill, but that doesn't really make any sense. Everybody's rowing in the same direction. That's what you need to see a stock move on a consistent basis. I often see people say, well, I bought a stock here and there was buying volume and then the stock price just didn't do anything. Well, sure, let's take a look at why. If we look over here and say, all right, you bought it here. You had, let's say, an average of 40 million shares traded per day. You're sitting here about probably 19 million shares traded per day. And what happened over the next 4 days? You didn't really move anywhere in stock in volume, right? There's not any change in buyers or sellers. Specifically buyers, if you want the stock price to go up. And where does that reflect? It reflects here in the stock price. You don't see the change. Now, let's go over here. When you saw, this was back in early December, late November, you saw an increase in buying volume. What happened to the stock price? You got the stock price to move up. When you came, I'm cherry picking here. Here, you had 3 great days of buying volume. What happened? Stock price went up. Several good days of moderately good days of selling volume. This actually shows you the big difference between this type of move in price and this type of move in price. This drive in volume was way better. It was increasing selling volume, meaning you had more sellers, meaning everybody was on the same side. Everyone was pushing that boulder. Over here, you didn't have the increase in selling volume. You just had okay selling volume. You notice the stock price fell, but it wasn't anything as stellar as over here. Now here, you had 2 really great days of volume. What happened? Stock price shot up on you. A couple of really great days of buying volume. Stock price shot up on you. You can see, and I encourage you all to go and look at many different charts and associate the big volume spikes with the price move that happened. It'll just reiterate to you how important getting good volume, good consistent increasing volume is for a stock. Now, the second powerful indicator that I use, trend. Trend is everything when it comes to trading. I like to show trend second to volume because I need people to understand you need to use volume as an additive to trend. If I just show trend, people will say, well, I don't need to look at the volume. No, you need to look at the volume. So I teach volume first. Trend is everything when it comes to trading. The trend is your friend. If you can ingrain that principle in your trading style, you will do very, very well over a long period of time. Now, I want to caveat this. Will you lose? Am I showing you something that you're just going to make money on 100% of the time? Absolutely not. There's nothing in the stock market, there's nothing in trading that you can make money 100% of the time. Even algorithm trading shops lose money. You got to accept it. Stock prices, we're looking at probabilities here. We're trying to give ourselves the highest probability to make money. And if you do this over a 10, 15, 20-year period, you're going to do very well. If you do the same correct process over and over. That's the idea behind this. Not to do it for a week, not to do it for a month, to do it over years and years and years and watch it all average out. And your average is going to be way up here, just like pushing that boulder up that hill. So trend down here. When we look at trend, this is the movement of the stock over a day-to-day period. Now we have different charts, but we're going to focus on the daily chart here. So every single one of these candles is one day. So this was, let's just call this a Friday, a Thursday, a Wednesday, a Tuesday, yada, yada. Every one of these is Friday, or Friday, Thursday, Wednesday, Tuesday, so on and so forth. The trend moves with that. So every day you're going to get some type of intraday adjustment to what the trend is doing based on what the price is doing and what the volume is doing. If you can follow this trend and not exit stocks when you shouldn't, when the trend is not telling you to exit, you're going to do very well. Here's what I run into. I run into a lot of people that see something and will say, well, the stock price, I'm short on a stock. I'm going short. I'm betting that the stock price is going to go down on the company. And one day, the stock price went up on me and I exited the position. And then the following day, it went all the way back down and I could have made a ton of money, but I missed it. And I would say, well, why did you exit? And they said, because the price was going against me. And my answer back would be, well, did you look at the trend? We can go find an example of that. As long as your trend is still in the down direction, when you're going short, red line under yellow, you don't get out of it. So let's explain what the stochastic is. There's a couple of things down here in this area. This right here is our 80% line. This right here is our 32% line. The area in between here is called the sweet spot. Why is it called the sweet spot? Why do I call it the sweet spot? It's the area where you have the highest probability to make money. So when you have a trend and you have these red and yellow lines that are sitting in this sweet spot, that is where you have the highest probability to make money. When you are down in this area or up in this area, it's not where you want to start trades. You want to start trades, if you're going short, you want to start them around here. You want to start them around here. If you're going long, you want to start them here. You want to start them mid-range here. You do not want to be starting trades on a daily chart up in this area or down in this area. That's not going to go well for you. Remember, you want to give yourself the highest probability to make as much money as possible. That's buying and selling stocks in the sweet spot, in between 32 and 80. So some people may ask, how did you determine 80 and 32? It was just experience. I realized that this is where I had the biggest probability to make money. It wasn't 20, it wasn't 30, it was 32 and 80. That's how I came up with that number. If you want to understand what the red and yellow lines are, they're percent K and percent D. You can look those up on Investopedia if you're curious to see the algorithms that are behind them. I don't care about that stuff. My entire thing is keep it simple, stupid. I don't care. I care of what works. Seeing into I don't care. I don't care, and this is a good question to answer. I don't care that this is Apple stock. It can be a commodity, it can be a cryptocurrency, it can be anything. It can be a currency. All I care about is patterns. That's what drives everything when I trade. I don't even need to know stock price. Stock price doesn't matter until I need to know how many shares I can buy or sell. That's all that matters when it comes to stock price. Please understand you're following patterns here. Now let's pull volume and trend together. What is the most powerful volume and trend? Well, the first place that my eyes go to, remember I said this is the most important thing when it comes to trading, and my eyes go directly to a trend when I open the chart. And I looked at Apple, for example. Trend is down. We're in the middle of the sweet spot. Red line is below yellow. We're in the area where we have the highest probability to make money. Great. Let's go to step 2. What is the volume doing? Well, here we had a pretty good day of volume, followed by a better day of volume, caught my eye, followed by a better day of volume, caught my eye. Of course, I'm Monday morning quarterbacking this, but you can see this in real time. I promise you, if you come to our live streams that are done multiple times per week, live trading sessions, you can see that I will talk about this on a daily basis. Bailey will talk about this on a daily basis. So I'm Monday morning quarterbacking this for the purpose of teaching this video, but you can easily see it in real time. Anybody in our Patreon can confirm that. It's just practice. So you see the increase in volume. Great. Then you look up here and say, all right, what's going on? Well, we're getting these nice, big, fat candlesticks. There's many different types of candlesticks. As you can see looking at this chart, you have some that are just kind of not very good. They have wicks on them, meaning that the stock price ran up, it ran down, it closed where in the middle. You have some thick ones. You have some ones with just a wick on top and no wick on the bottom. Just a wick on the bottom, no wick on top, yada, yada. What we're looking for is the thicker candlesticks that are moving in the direction that you want them to go. Not by themselves. You need to associate those with making sure you have a good trend and a good volume. Then, if you have a good candle, you're more likely than not good to go. So now let's talk about the obvious on this screen, at least to me, these moving averages. What are these lines? Well, these lines are the average movement of the stock price over the last number of respective days. In this case, the purple line is over the last 25 days. Over the last 25 trading sessions, that's the average stock price sitting at 272.19. Over the last 50 days, yellow, it's 272.62. Over the last 100 days, turquoise, it is 259.13. And over the last 200 days, it's 233.12. That's for Apple. These are always changing because the stock price is changing. How do we use these? Well, we use these as levels of support and resistance, where we can take profits, where we can exit stocks, where we can predict that the stock price is going to go. And in this case, this is actually a perfect example. You had your trend that was pushing down. Wonderful. You had your really good volume. You had your engulfing candlesticks taking out the lower price of each previous day. Beautiful. And then you had this 100-day moving average. Generally, 100-day moving averages will hold as a very strong support level. What do I mean by that? Once a stock hits that level, it's generally going to stop. Could it go below it? Yes. But is it going to always go back to it? Yes. Stocks want to be comfortable. It's like anything, it's almost like humans. They have their own behavior. Stocks want to be comfortable. So they're going to go and sit where it's comfortable, the 100-day moving average, the 200-day moving average. And in this case, once it got to that 100-day moving average, what do you notice about the volume? It changed. It was no longer selling volume. It was a support level, meaning that it was going to go back up here, meaning that buyers were coming into the stock. What do you also realize about the trend? The trend reversed. It started to move in the positive direction. Doesn't mean we buy it. No, it doesn't mean we buy it to go back up, but it means that you're going to be taking profits here. You're going to be exiting your position because volume has changed. Trend has changed. Obviously, the direction of the stock has changed. And this is how you can use these moving averages as levels of support, resistance, getting yourselves out of stocks, keeping money in your pocket. So now that we've seen the charts, I want to talk a little about the psychology of trading. Something is very important here. I see this so consistently out in the mainstream of the market. People are making so many trades. I'm seeing people make 50, 100 trades per month on a daily chart. That's just not possible. It's not possible to find that many good setups. It's just not. I probably make on a daily chart anywhere between 3 and maybe 10 trades on a good month, and I can crush it. Why? I'm waiting for that perfect setup. If I'm looking at something like this and I'm just saying, okay, I can run this thing from 272 down to 260 within a matter of 3 days with pretty damn high confidence that I'm going to get to this point and I'm going to be able to take my profits or exit the position at the 100-day moving average, I'm going to take that all day. Now, there's a lot of people that will just see they could have easily, let's look at this specific candle. The stock price opened here on Apple. It ran up to about 280 and then it came all the way back down. That's what that wick is that I just drew on top of. People would buy this to go long. There's no reason to go long on this. Your trend was down. You actually had more selling volume than buying volume coming into the stock, but they'll chase price action. That's not the way to do this. If you want to be a good trader, you have to be patient. You have to wait for those perfect setups. And I say perfect. There's nothing perfect, but you need to wait for those ideal setups to give you the highest probability to make money. If you can do that, if you can make anywhere between 2, 3, and 10 trades per month, you are going to do extremely well. Sitting on your hands and not doing something is going to make you a better trader. Some of the best trades that you make are the ones that you never made. It's very, very simple. It's going to work. You might be looking at me like I'm crazy right now, but in a year from now, if you're in the program, you're going to understand, man, that guy was right. So let's go back to the chart and talk about this example. There are many, many examples that happen in our community. If you come over here and look at my list, this is just my list. These are stocks that I look at. Really, these top 4 are ones that I look at on a consistent basis. The rest of them I get from the live streams that happen with me and Bailey 3 to 4 times per week. Guys, the Patreon is a great place to be. Trading can be a very, very lonely road. It really can. When I first started trading, it was just me, myself, and I. It wasn't until I found somebody that was able to mentor me that, now when I started, there was no YouTube. So it was just kind of on your own, figure it out for yourself. Now, the bad thing is right now, there's YouTube. There's a lot of stuff out there. There's not a lot of stuff that just wants to keep it simple. They want to keep it flashy. This is simple. This is how you need to trade. Pretty much anything in your life, if you think about your job, what is the best way to do it? Simple. Just don't bring in all the complications and you're probably going to do really well at your job. It's the same thing in trading. Join our Patreon, give it a shot. You get my watch list. You get to trade multiple times per week with me and Bailey. You get to chat with the other great members of the community, many of which, and this might not be your goal, are trading full time now. They quit their jobs. This is what they do. It's actually unbelievable to see those stories. It is a great place to be. It's January now. Give it a shot. Try it for 2 or 3 months. Trade with paper money. Join the live streams. Ask questions and see where you are when it comes to March or April. That's my challenge to you. All right. I just walked you through a real world example of how to use volume and trend to make a consistent profit. But if your goal is to make more than $10,000 per month, then you're going to need more than just examples. You need a full blueprint. I lay it all out here in this next video linked on your screen. It's simple, it's clear, and it's actionable. Click the video on your screen right now and let's take your trading to the next level.